Put the brownie mix in the bag, add the walnuts, seal the bag, put it in the microwave for 10 minutes, and you'll get wonderful brownies. But what if not? Let's watch another video. This is a before and after, and this is a little detail that was forgotten when cutting. These videos have millions of views. There are thousands to tens of thousands of them on hundreds of YouTube channels, and behind them all is a gigantic company that you have never heard of in your life. It all started as a classic Hollywood success story. Two Russian programmers started wanting something more from life. Arthur Mamedov and Pavel Radeyev set up a small website in 2003 to help digital marketers improve. A few years later, they decided to expand their audience, and the everyday site for digital marketers became a site with fun memes, articles, photos, and posts. This was their first step into the entertainment industry. As the popularity of the internet grew that year, so did they. The site has become enormously popular in Russia, where it has gained the majority of the audience. Despite the fact that the site was a huge success, the two programmers asked themselves a question that was even more successful. How can we reach an even larger audience? Then they decided to translate their page into several languages: English, Spanish, French, and Portuguese, which shot the page into the sky and met with a huge increase in audience. But their rapid growth was not over. In 2015, they moved to Cyprus. At the time, they didn't know at all that they would establish an empire that would later dominate all social platforms. And as Arthur described it, that's when things started to escalate. 4 years later, the biggest duel on the internet took place between the two YouTube channels. On one side stood PewDiePie, and on the other side stood a T-Series channel owned by an Indian company. PewDiePie had been the king of YouTube for 5 years, but T-Series started claiming the crown. People didn't want the corporate channel to be the first to get 100 million subscribers because it was YouTubers who made YouTube famous, and so they came together around the world, whether or not they were fans of PewDiePie, to spread a single message: subscribe to PewDiePie. They ordered billboards, airplanes, and even had their own radio to spread the slogan around the world. Bizarre things happened when a fan hacked 50,000 printers or an ad on Wall Street just to help PewDiePie. Names like Logan Paul, Jacksepticeye, and Mr. Beast also came to help. Even though people didn't want the corporation to have the most successful channel, they didn't realize that one company had long ruled YouTube in the shadows: the Soul Publishing. You've probably never heard of the company, and I'm not surprised. The company itself has more than 165 YouTube channels, which together have 1 billion subscribers. If the 15 largest YouTubers in the world came together, they still wouldn't beat Soul Publishing. Recently, they managed to get 1 billion followers on social networks as the first company in the world. Their content is strange. A girl wants to enjoy chips and lemonade in the pool, but she accidentally spills it. So she decides to cut a hole in the plate so that she can put a plastic cup there. Thanks to that, she can enjoy chips and lemonade without spilling it. If you've seen a similar type of video, it's quite possible that you came across one of their channels. Their most famous 5-minute craft channel has the most views on all social platforms among corporate channels and has even overtaken companies like Sony or Disney. If I mentioned that their content is strange, it is rather absurd. If you put the corn in a paper bag in the microwave, it'll not become popcorn but heated corn. If you melt gummy bears, they will not become gelatin but a stone mixture. If you cut a hole in the melon and pour lemonade into it, the melon will not soak in it, but everything will be spilled on the table. Their channels fall under the do-it-yourself niche, or DIY for short. Mostly in their videos you'll find life hacks that are supposed to make our lives easier. Well, a lot of life hacks don't work, so why do they actually make those videos? Let's break down their biggest channel, 5-Minute Craft. According to statistics from the Social Blade, it is estimated that the channel will earn between 500,000 and 9 million euros a year from the advertising alone. Their two most popular videos are 42 hacks that'll change your life and 17 amazing creations and pranks. The first video has 282 million views. When a song reaches such a number, it's huge, and much more when it's a classic video. Characteristic are bright colors and cheerful music with acting performances that replace emoticons. You only rarely see someone talking in a video. This makes the content more versatile and easier to translate into 19 different languages. There are tips on how to make a toothbrush hanger or how to make a shoe hanger, and you'll never use their hacks in your life. But it doesn't matter whether you use them or not. Only one thing matters: keeping your attention for as long as possible. Have you ever heard the term content farm? There are a lot of channels about superheroes, luxury, celebrities, cars, behind which there is no YouTuber. Mostly these are videos like the 10 most expensive cars or the 10 strongest superheroes. The person who owns this channel orders someone to write the script for them. The next person does a voiceover, and the last one edits the whole video. The only purpose of the channel is to get as many views as possible and thus as much money as possible. Soul Publishing seems to have taken this idea to the next level. They have 2,100 employees in 70 countries working in huge content farms to produce as many videos as possible. It is almost impossible to trace all their YouTube channels, but according to the official website, they have 10 diamond and 66 gold play buttons. A year and a half ago, it was 11 gold and only 2 diamond play buttons. They release at least 500 new videos a day every month, but I think it's much more, as they released up to 2,700 new videos a day in 2019, and a lot of information on their official website is not updated. Their social networks are a huge mystery. One of their channels, 123Go, managed to get 1 billion views on TikTok in the first 6 months alone. The channel has a ton of sub-channels, which have millions of followers. 123Go Trends, 123Go House, 123Go Challenge, 123Go Portuguese, Spanish, Thai, Japan, Indonesia, Brazil. You might say that these funny videos can't hurt anyone. YouTube is a mysterious place. No one really knows how it works. One week, the algorithm prefers YouTube Shorts, and the next week it's completely different.
YouTube Shorts are not working the same as they did even 3 months ago.
Although the algorithm changes regularly, click-through rate and watch time are still the 2 most important metrics. And now, I want to show you how a 5-minute craft mastered these metrics. First, thumbnail 2 images of how the hack works, or what is right and wrong. Vibrant colors that draw our attention. The same is used by Mr. Beast. Almost every video title has the word hack, and people like shortcuts. But the best is the method to keep the viewer's attention. Even though I know I won't use any life hacks, my dopamine receptors are still interested in what they come up with. Add a brisk pace and no transitions between life hacks, and I'm at the end of the video without noticing. According to Pew Research from 2018, up to 70% of the total time users spend on YouTube comes from featured videos. You only need a few things for most life hacks. Even when I watch their cooking videos, only a few ingredients are needed to prepare the meal. Not only do people love simple videos, but so does the YouTube algorithm, and therefore recommends them more.
The algorithm has 2 simple goals. 1, help each viewer find the videos they want to watch, and 2, get viewers to keep watching more of what they like. Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, then how can I get the algorithm to like my videos? Pretty simple. Get the audience to like your videos.
And this is a huge problem. Imagine you want to start a channel in a DIY niche, so you have almost no chance to succeed. First, thanks to Soul Publishing, this niche is completely oversaturated. And secondly, you'll probably want to help people and you don't want your videos to look like this, when you have to use clever cuts to make the video look simple. Let's take the BuzzFeed Nifty channel, which is in their DIY niche but does not belong to Soul Publishing. In their videos, everything is explained in detail, no clever cuts, but you need more than a few things for one life hack and also more complicated to do. This channel has 18 million views in the last month, while the channel 5-Minute Shorts from Soul Publishing with the same number of subscribers had 450 million. And that's not all. They also have cooking channels. All you need for this orange creme brulee is milk, an egg, an orange. Those who know how to cook will understand that it'll give them a scrambled egg.
Looking forward to this one. What? That is not what I expected at all.
What were you expecting?
Something like sweet and nice.
But imagine those who don't know. They waste time. money and energy on what doesn't work, and try again, thinking I had to make a mistake somewhere.
Here we go. This is honestly so disgusting.
This is a case from my own experience, but everything changed when I came across the How to Cook That channel. The channel is presented by Ann Reardon, who is an expert in baking and cooking. Her channel focuses on these videos, which use editorial tricks to make the result look amazing.
Ta-da!
I realized that the problem is not my cooking skills, but it's those videos. And that's not all.
This is Mark Zuckerberg. He just posted on his Facebook page.
Mark, what happened? What went wrong?
We face a number of important issues around privacy, safety, and democracy.
In 2015, Cambridge Analytica, a social media company, misused millions of people on Facebook to help put Trump in the White House. They manipulated advertisements, created campaigns only for voters to choose the personality they wanted.
Knowing what you know now, do you believe Facebook impacted the results of the 2016 election?
Oh, that is hard. I think that it's really hard for me to have a full assessment of that.
This has created a global debate on the dangers of social networks and to tighten privacy on all websites. You might be wondering what all this has to do with a company that creates fun videos. Soul Publishing published a few political ads, each containing a photo of Trump. A small amount of money was set aside for this ad, and it seemed more like they were experimenting with new laws that Facebook introduced after its scandal. They posted a video on the Smart Banana channel of 12 countries that will not survive the next 20 years. In the beginning, they talk about countries like Fiji and the Bahamas that will not survive due to global warming, rising sea levels, and all this makes sense. But later they start talking about the United States, Alaska, and Texas, which will not survive because of the different political views of citizens. Another video, The History of Russia as You Don't Know It, talks about how Russia will take over the government in 2100 over all of Europe and Asia. Quite an interesting video on the channel dedicated to astronomy. If you want to find these videos on YouTube, they've been taken down a long time ago. Ksenia, who is one of their managers and occasionally represented Soul Publishing in public, commented, "Soul Publishing is dedicated to the entertainment industry and has no interest in politics. We deliberately stay away from politics because politics is dirty and we are all tired of it."
On the end, I just want to say that I don't want to start any political conspiracy theories about what Soul Publishing wanted to achieve with their videos, so I'm going to believe their statements. Also, not all Soul Publishing hacks are terrible, some of them actually work, but just be careful when you are going to recreate something from their channels, and mainly from cooking channels, cause, well, I'd rather choose Tasty or Babish Culinary Universe. And I have to say, if you like the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you like it too much, then tell your friends about it, tell your mom about it, share it on social media, do whatever you want, and I'll see you next time.